Jen, licensed athletic trainer, registered yoga teacher, and your guide in this easy, short recovery sequence that is well suited and designed for off ice, dry land training that involves running. So if we're noticing shin, arch, foot pain, ankle discomfort, even up into the knees, this is a great sequence to try, and it takes just a few minutes. So I'm going to ask that shoes and socks are off and set the feet up about hip distance apart. So those little hip pointers in the front, find where they are and line your ankles up there. Start to lift the top half of your body up, just as if there's a little string attached to the crown of your head, but keep your heels pressing gently down onto the grass, the floor, the yoga mat, wherever you happen to be standing. And let's just take a moment to acknowledge that we are here. We've set this time up, designated specifically to promote recovery, reduce injuries, and create connection with particular body parts, especially those in the lower half of the body. The next breath will grow the spine just a little bit longer and begin to notice your rib cage. If the rib cage seems to be flaring open, see if we can use our out breath to bring it in and find a stacking. Head over shoulders, ribs over the top of the pelvis. And once we find that stacking alignment, see if you can close your eyes just for a moment or two. Can you picture in your mind your own physical body, like you're looking at yourself in the mirror? Tall, strong, and a stable base of support. Let's keep the tripod of the foot connected. Okay, and that's the heel bone, and that's the right corner of the ball of your foot and the left corner of the ball of your foot, right below the toe, and then the pinky edge. Can we lift all 10 toes without looking? Keeping the eyes closed. If that feels good, you can stay or start to blink the eyes open and find a soft gaze. Lifting and splaying all 10 toes. So splaying means make space. All right? And if this is something that's new or different, sometimes you can even use your fingertips to mimic the motion. Let everything soften. We're going to try that once more. Tripod of the foot stays connected. Lift and splay all 10 of your toes. And then this time actually peek down. What does it look like? If we add that visual input, can we engage a little bit more spaciousness between the toes? And then let's set them down. Roll the weight to the outsides of the feet and then roll to the insides. Outside arches and inside arches. Good. Find what feels like the center, okay? That midway point between rolling inwards and rolling outwards. And know that there's no bad foot position. I know sometimes we get scared of that word pronation. It's actually a really essential part of our gait pattern. From here, we'll pick the right heel up, getting a stretch through the arch, through the great toe, all the way through toes 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to roll up and over onto the tops of the toes. Might be a new sensation, just notice and feel. And then come back to the ball of the foot, uncurl the toes. Can we do that once more? Roll up and over. And then find your way back to the ball of the foot. Bring the right knee out to the side. Hands come to the hips. Can we get taller? Inhaling. Exhale, like we're squishing a bug underneath the right foot. Bring it back to the center. Peel the knee open. Inhale. Exhale, bring the knee back towards the center. This time, pull the right knee up towards the chest. So we're shifting weight onto our standing leg. and begin to bring the knee up towards the chest. Sending the right foot back, we'll tap the toes down onto the ground. This is a runner's lunge. Our toes in the front, pointing forwards. The heel is driving back. And we're sending energy down and through the back of the leg, getting a stretch to the calf muscle. That heel does not need to touch. Okay, so we're in a crescent lunge or runner's lunge. Let's begin to press up off of the back foot. So come up onto the ball of the foot, pull the heel bone in, and then set the heel back down. We're gonna move through that a few times. Heel comes up, reach back, pull the heel up, set it down. Heel comes up, and then press and rotate. Set the heel down. This is warrior one. So I have the toes, they're spilled out just to the side a bit. And we'll just create this little baby pulse in the front knee. So we'll take 5 pulses here, 2 and 1. With this front hand, the same as your bent knee, take the forearm to the inside of the knee. Pressing knee into arm, arm into knee. We'll take this opposite hand to the hip and press down, almost like we're trying to press and lift the chest. So we've got a connection point here in this hand. I got a connection point here, down towards the foot. And then I've also got a connection point at the outer edge of my ankle, of my foot. From this space, we'll lift everything, lengthen this front leg, sweep the front arm all the way up and reach it back. Side body stretch, deep breath. And exhale. Take the arm down in the front of the body. We'll pivot the toes so that they are parallel. And then we're gonna do the same sequence. So turn your toes towards the opposite side. And we're just gonna go in the reverse order. All right, so bent knee, forearm presses into the knee. Press, press, and lift, and create this diagonal line of energy. I'm creating that connection in the outer edge of that back foot. Deep breath. And exhaling. All right, from here, we'll lift the torso, lengthening the front leg. Sweep the front arm up and back. We've got a reverse triangle pose. Inhaling and exhaling. Take the arm down and across the body. And we'll bring the hands to the hips, taking 5 pulses. Getting into sensation here. Is that also where you are feeling work? If that's not the case, just become aware of where you feel spaciousness, stretching, lengthening, tension. There's no right answer here. Okay, from here, we've got this warrior one stance, so my toes are turned out. We have to turn and find runner's lunge. So we're gonna pivot and pick the heel up. All right, press through the ball of the foot, inhale. Exhale, set the heel down towards the midline. Lift up, reset. Pull the heel up, set it down. Can we do that once more? Heel lifts. Press the heel back, and then from here, we're gonna step this back foot up to meet your opposite foot. Here we are. So just as we started, moving in the opposite order, of course, let's pick the left heel up, stretching through the plantar fascia, rolling onto the tops of the toes, back to the ball of the foot, tops of the toes. And then we'll meet here with the heel lifted, squishing the imaginary bug. Dial the knee out. Back to center. So this is what it looks like from the front. Out to the side, to center. Last one. Out to the side, and center. Set the heel back down, sweep the arms down alongside the body. Nice big body stretch here across the chest. Soften the knees and fold forward. Finding opposite elbows. Letting the head and the neck rest. Placing hands to the shins, let's lift up halfway. Exhale through your mouth and fold forward. Again, the heels, the feet stay grounded. Lift and lengthen. Exhaling to fold. Walk the hands forward. We'll tap the knees down onto the ground. Slide the ankles around. Find a comfortable seat. And then from this space, just create a little connection by taking the hands on the tops of the quads, around the knees. About 10 more seconds here. This feeds the nervous system, helps to build that sense of regeneration and recovery. Sitting tall right on the top of both of your sitting bones. Can we get a little taller through your spine? The chin is parallel to the ground. Find a soft gaze or close the eyes. Ending our practice with 2 minutes of stillness. Coming back to your natural breath in and out through the nose. Know that if you have more time to take a longer constructive rest, please feel free to make your way into a restorative posture lying on your back. And if there happens to be a wall nearby or fencing, you can certainly lift the legs. For the next 3 breaths, can we lengthen our exhale just 2 beats longer than the in-breath? Last one. Let's breathe in for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. I'm so glad that you're here and you pressed play and that you've created some space in those tense muscles, either from a preseason training or getting out and doing good old conditioning. This is Jen, JT the AT, and I hope to see you back here again soon.